You are listening to The Art of Sales. Everyone sells every day, and this is your source for conversational, real-world sales and prospecting methods that you are comfortable using and that get results. You'll help people buy instead of pushing them into being sold. Here's your host, Art Subcheck.
I saw an article about how golf equipment sales reps visit the various pro golf tournaments every week and try to persuade the players to use the equipment that the sales guys represent. And a rep with one club company said that when speaking with technology-challenged players, he simply says that our fairway woods are 10 to 15 yards longer than anything else out here. Now, with someone who wants to know the hows and whys, well, then he has to get technical. For example, Bryson DeChambeau is known as being the geekiest golfer out on tour, and he analyzes every aspect of the golf swing and courses and equipment. He even carries a FlightScope X3 launch monitor with him to tournaments, whatever that thing is. Okay, so this illustrates pretty simply what we all should do as salespeople. And that is tell them what they want to hear in their language. Don't make them adapt to ours. The danger in not speaking a language that they can understand is that we can confuse them. As one of my first managers in my first corporate sales job out of college told me, the confused mind does nothing. So maybe you've taken part in training sessions or read books on how to determine someone's communication style through neurolinguistic programming or DISC or the numerous other systems that put people into one of the four quadrants and label them as assertive or influencer or driver or any of these different categories. Okay, that's great, but sometimes it's overkill. To be very simple, and why wouldn't we should just listen to what the customer prospect tells us and then respond in a way that they understand best. Easier said than done, right? Most people are so concerned about what they want to say, they don't listen to the other person, or they're not aware of how to pick up on a language and their style. And therefore, they don't know what they don't know. So a tech support rep from the local cable internet provider came to my house to troubleshoot a problem with my home network. Now, he took 3 minutes of nonstop talking in circles to try to explain the problem. And I was kind of glassy-eyed, and I told him I had no idea what he just said. And then, kid you not, he used 3 more minutes to say basically nothing. So I got frustrated, and I finally said, bottom line, are you telling me I need a new router? And he said, yeah, pretty much. Well, what should we do? Well, I've got 5 suggestions for you. Number 1, brainstorm the benefits and results of your products or services, and then put them into categories for what you sell. For example, it could include technical benefit descriptions, bottom line result descriptions, process benefits, and so on. And then think of the different types of people who are now interested in those benefits and the types of people that you speak with. Review their personality characteristics, the things that they say and do that will help you identify similar traits in others. Number 2, on more of a self-awareness level, pay attention to what anyone says all of the time. Your customers, your prospects, your friends, spouse, coworkers. Pay attention to what anyone tells you and how they say it. Listen very carefully. Now you're going to be practicing identifying the different communication styles. And this one can be a real eye-opener, especially with people close to you. It can be one of those smack my head kind of things like, wow, I didn't even realize that about them. Next, number 3. Ask great questions to get the information that you need. For example, if someone says, well, tell me how this would work, or what would this do for me? Resist the tendency to jump in with your explanation. Instead, ask them, I'll be happy to. Tell me what you're most interested in. What's most important to you as it relates to? Are you more interested in the process or the bottom line result? Next, number 4, review your performance. Listen to recordings of your calls to figure out if you're picking up on everything that you're really hearing during your calls. And number 5, make a commitment to use what you hear and then adapt and tailor your comments, your descriptions, your recommendations in a way that they understand and the language that they speak. When we work to understand and use the other person's language, The result is helping them get what they want, which also helps us get what we want. All right, hey, you know what time it is.
Your attitude will be iron. Every way you'll never feel what they say. It's the art of the sales. Quote of the day.
That's right, it's time for the quote of the day. Today's quote comes from Nelson Mandela. And Nelson said, "If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart." Wow, so true. All right, hey, if you have not yet picked up your free copy of my book that goes through my 7-step proven sales process, I want to mail that to you free. That's right, physical book mailed to your physical address. And all I ask is that you help with part of the shipping, and you can get that at freesalesbook.com, freesalesbook.com. That is good for U.S. addresses. International friends, we've got an offer for you there as well. Thank you so much for investing your valuable sales time with me. Until next time, go out and make it your best sales day ever. I'm Art Sobczak.